back in the building. Shout out to everybody out there at the Court Plantation, doing what you need to do to survive. Hey man, no love lost. It's all about the Court Plantation, getting that check. Fuck what a nigga talking about. Oh man, you got the Court Plantation. Okay, nigga. Well, I got bills to pay. Shit, if you want to help pay some of these motherfuckers, then I get off the motherfucking plantation. But anyway, you know what it is. I'm your boy, Warren G. Plays Been clowning sucker free since 2003. No finessing me. Oh man, we got another topic, man. Ringing the wrong doorbell. You know, it's very sad, man. We're gonna get into it, man, right now, man. It's just very sad. This young brother, you know, went to the wrong doorbell, and now he's lost his life because of racism, white supremacy, without establishing a system of justice. Let's get into it. Hey. Yeah, man, this was crazy. Here, I'm gonna play a little bit of what's going on. Oh man, let's see if CNN will play it, because you know a lot of times they be bullshit. And R.I.P. to Ralph.
That's it.
Yarls.
Yeah. Progressive's home.
Let's see. I'm just waiting for them to get past this commercial. And let's see. I wonder how much time Michael K. Williams, drug dealer, is gonna get. Because you know when Mac Miller got sold that shit and overdosed, they didn't even bring. They went after that drug dealer, put his name, everything out there. Brother get the shit. It's a different subject. So we gonna see exactly what they do with this situation with Michael K. Williams. R.I.P. to him as well. So let's see.
The Ralph Yarl was released from the hospital yesterday. Is that good news? How is he doing?
It's a miracle, Jake. Nothing short of a miracle. Obviously, he's still struggling, severe post-traumatic stress disorder, but he and his family are just happy that he's alive after being shot in the head.
Is he going to be ultimately okay? What's the prognosis?
Yeah, man, because getting shot in the head, you know, damn. You know, I thought the brother had passed away, man. I thought he was still on life support. I'm like, damn, a young kid got shot in the head like that. That's sad. But I stand corrected. But still, you go to the wrong doorbell and you get shot in the head. That's crazy.
The prognosis is that he's young and strong and he's a fighter. The fact that he has a lot of prayers that he hopefully will fully recover, but it's just the beginning now. He's not out of the woods yet. But the great thing is, they said he was stable enough to go to his home.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Okay. Well, here, let's... Okay. All right. Well, that's it. That was a bullshit interview. But anyway, here, let's do some reading. A white 84-year-old homeowner charged with shooting Ralph Yarl after the black teen went to the Qrong, Kansas City address to pick up his sibling, told police they didn't exchange words before he fired at him through a locked glass door. Homeowner Andrew Lester faces 2 felony charges for assault in the first degree and armed criminal action. A warrant has been issued for his arrest, but Lester is not yet in custody. Of course, he's a white man. The criminal charges have brought a bit of comfort to Ralph's family, but long roads lie ahead, both with Ralph's recovery and the quest for justice, his Aunt Faith Spoonmore told CNN. It is not as simple as turning a page. Spoonmore said Tuesday it's a little bitter that he is hopefully going to get a part of what he deserves. Now questioning swirls over why Lester was initially detained but released a few hours after the April 13th shooting. I share the outrage and concern of many in asking why Kansas City Mayor Quentin Lucas told CNN, in Missouri, you can have a 24-hour hold. It is clear here that this was 2 or 3 hours where they questioned the suspect. He was able to go back home that evening. Lester told police he fired immediately after answering the doorbell when he saw 16-year-old Ralph pulling on an exterior door handle, according to the probable cause document obtained by CNN. Lester thought Ralph was trying to break and was scared to death due to the boy's size, according to the document. Man, he looked like a little kid. Stop. Officers responded just before 10 p.m. on April 13th after receiving reports of a shooting. When they arrived, they found Ralph wounded in the street. The shooting left Ralph, who plays bass, clarinet, and is a band leader in school, with a gunshot wound to his head and arm. While he was hospitalized, Ralph told police he did not pull on the door, according to the document. It was nothing short of a miracle that Ralph was discharged from the hospital, his attorney, Ben Crump, told CNN on Monday, but he's not out of the woods yet, of course. That's what we just heard. CNN has not been able to reach the homeowner. No lawyer was listed in a booking report. The shooting fueled protests in Kansas City and stirred memories of Trayvon Martin and Ahmaud Arbery, two young black men who were gunned down by assailants who later claimed self-defense. Y'all remember that shit. Demonstrators have marched through Kansas City chanting justice for Ralph and calling for the shooter's arrest. The shooting also came days before a 20-year-old woman was shot and killed in upstate New York after she and 3 others accidentally turned into the wrong driveway. While Ralph's attorney says that the teen never posed a threat to the shooter, it remains unclear whether Missouri's Stand Your Ground law will be cited in Lester's defense case. Stand Your Ground laws allow people in response to threats or force without fear of criminal prosecution in any place where a person has the right to be. Ralph's aunt challenged the notion that her nephew's size could be a threat. I really don't understand how Spoonmore said, I doubt Ralph is even 170 pounds. Ralph is not even 6 feet tall. I was saying the same shit. He looked like a little kid. She says she's on a mission to help get justice for her nephew. I want justice to look the same across the board, Spoonmore said. I want justice to look the same. Racial components to this case. The mayor said he believes Ralph was racially profiled by the shooter. This boy was shot because he was existing while black, Lucas said. Wow. Clay County prosecuting attorney Zachary Thompson has said there was a racial component to this case, but did not elaborate. On the night of the shooting, Lester was taken into custody and was released less than 2 hours later to representatives at the Kansas City Police Department Detention Unit, previously told CNN. Lester was released because police recognized that more investigative work needed to be done, Thompson said. Attorney Crump said it makes no sense that the shooter hasn't been arrested. Nobody can tell us if the roles were reversed and you had a black man shoot a white 16-year-old teenager for merely ringing the doorbell that he would not be arrested. I mean, this citizen went home and slept in his bed at night after shooting that young black kid in the head, Crump told CNN. He merely rang the doorbell. That was it, the teen's attorney said, and the owner of the home shoots through the door, hitting him in the head, and then shoots him in a second time. The mayor said he didn't even know the details of the case until several days after the shooting, and while he believes race played a role in the shooting, he acknowledges the work by police, including the white officers who helped prosecutors file charges against Lester. We did have white officers for what it's worth, who did a lot of hard work to get this case filed to the prosecutor, having charges filed shortly thereafter, Lucas said. That being said, to pretend that race is not a part of this whole situation would be to have your head in the sand. Wow. That's all I'm gonna read, man. Look, let me tell y'all something. I'm not gonna praise the police for doing their job. That's their job. I'm not gonna praise a prosecutor for doing their job. What I am gonna look at is what this man has been socialized to think. He's a part of the system of racism by supremacy, and he is not trying to establish a system of justice. He wants to maintain the infrastructure of that system, so of course he's going to shoot. Why is everybody acting like they're so surprised? What about that Asian man that shot that little black boy? That man was out walking around with no... Matter of fact, we haven't even heard anything about that man. This is what trips me out about the whole situation. When these racial matters are put in the dominant society's face, and then everybody going, oh my God, that poor young black kid. Man, stop. Y'all know this shit been going on. I just think that people want to play the benign neglect until they can't play it anymore. Then it goes into something else. So that's why I feel like, in my personal opinion, we need to start waking up. We do. And not only do we need to start waking up, we need to start having another plan of attack. And we need to understand exactly what it is. Because if you listen to this, I'm going to play it one more time. If you listen to it, they didn't even get into the crux of it. They just kind of, they chopped up the little interview and then went on about their day. But they didn't even get into the crux of the interview to let us know what the fuck is going on. You know what I mean? But what do y'all think happens? Here, I'm gonna play it again.
The Ralph Yarl was released from the hospital yesterday. Is that good news? How is he doing?
It's a miracle, Jake. Nothing short of a miracle. Obviously, he's still struggling, severe post-traumatic stress disorder, but he and his family are just happy that he's alive after being shot in the head.
Is he going to be ultimately okay? What's the prognosis?
The prognosis is that he's young and strong and he's a fighter. The fact that he has a lot of prayers that he hopefully will fully recover, but it's just the beginning now. He's not out of the woods yet, but the great thing is they said he was stable enough to go to his home.
That's all they really talked about. But they didn't, you notice, CNN is not talking about that white man who shot that kid and now they want to talk about stand your ground and all this other shit. That's some bullshit. Stand your ground my motherfucking ass. Y'all know what the fuck it is. We need to wake up. We need to start teaching our young kids to be alert and understand exactly what's going on. And know that at any time, these people could pull out a firearm and pretend like they're defending themselves so they can kill you. We have to start teaching our kids to be aware of their surroundings and not to think that every person that's friendly is really friendly to you and for you. So we have to understand that. Hold on. I gotta plug this shit in before this shit die. It's the only thing I hate about these motherfucking MacBook Pros. These motherfuckers, man, be going out. Hold on. Had to plug this shit in. Oh man, I should probably plug it in before. I had to plug this shit in. Let's see. There we go. But yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to talk about, man. We have to wake up and understand what's going on. This stuff is gonna happen all the time while you up here fighting each other, looking at each other upside the head. This is a team sport. Racism is an institution. It's a team sport. Now, who team is you on? Well, you definitely can't be on the same team as your people if you backbiting and politicking and putting yourself first before the group. Then you ain't on the same team. And while you pretending like you better than the next nigga and you don't want to be on the same team as your brother, your sister, our young folk are just getting murdered. They getting shot and killed out here by other racial groups, especially the dominant society. And the first thing they gonna do is look like these motherfuckers ain't even together. So this is open season. And that's why it is the way it is. Because we let other racial groups get in there and pump us up like we're better than the next person. Don't let nobody say, man, you different from them. And your question should be, why? How? That doesn't even make sense. And then your next rebuttal should be, well, how would you like it if we were like, oh man, you different from them other white folk? No, man. Don't let them gas you up with that bullshit. That's lame and it's dumb and it sounds smart to somebody that's dumb. You know what I mean? That kid's 16 years old. He rang the wrong doorbell. You should have said, hello, how can I help you? Oh, I'm here to do such and such. Okay, you got the wrong address and that's it. You don't have to just start dumping in the fucking peephole because he wanted to do that. And y'all people don't understand that. And that's why they let his ass out. He's white. Oh yeah, get out. That's why of course, if it was a black man that was in his 50s and shot a 16-year-old white kid, he'd be under the jail. Under the fucking jail. And they know what it is. Look, stop explaining to people. What you need to start doing is referencing books and get the fuck away from people. People want to argue down. Look, man, I'm not here to debate or argue because I don't want to argue. Because it's not embracing solutions. All it is just bringing up more problems. And that's a time-wasting mechanism. Some people just want to argue just to argue. No, what you do is you tell people, hey man, I suggest you read this book and read that book. That's it. You're about to see slavery by another name in real time. And the reason why I'm saying this is because they don't give a fuck about that young black kid. They care about who they defend, and that's their people. That's why they're on code. It's about being on code at this point. Thank God this kid did not lose his life, because I thought he lost his life. But he did lose his life, and he was able to recover. So shout out to the ancestors. You know what I mean? And we just got to send that kid good energy. Hopefully he can get a bag out of this situation. And we have to be more aware and start teaching our kids about their surroundings and understanding that, hey man, you can't just ring somebody's doorbell, do that. Motherfuckers be looking for a reason to shoot somebody. But hey man, that has been my time. Y'all know what it is, y'all know what it ain't. Look, let's wake up and have better awareness of not just our surroundings, of who is in our surroundings, and have a different understanding of how you're supposed to navigate through this system. When your kids leave the house, you just gotta tell them, hey man, don't just be around here lollygagging. You would get killed out here in these streets. So let's have a better practice of educating anybody around us, whether they want to listen or not. And you young kids, start listening. Listen to our fuck ups and our mistakes so you can do better than what the fuck we doing. Because let me tell you something, don't think life gonna get easier. What, because they didn't give you technology? No, they just made you dumb. They're just dumbing you down. Like a pig. They like to fatten up a pig before they slaughter that motherfucker. So you better understand that. So are you the pig? All right. We already know what it is, man. Hey, man, that's my time. Y'all know what it is, man. Shout out to Dave from No Compromise, James Youngblood, Tasha, Shawnee, Erica, all y'all out there, man, that's handling business. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it ain't. Hey, man, support a black business. We gonna bring that back up again. Start supporting black businesses and shit. Hey, man, that's my time. Guilty, nigga. I'm out. Peace.